What's up, tactical gamers? Timmy Tenders here, back with another video, and this time we are diving into Grey Zone Warfare. Now, this game I'm extremely excited about. This is going to rival my love-hate relationship with Escape from Tarkov. So, as usual, please help me on this content journey and hit that subscribe button, drop a comment on below on what games you want me to talk about, and let's dive straight into this video. Let's go. This game is shaping up to be one of the most exciting games in the tactical looter shooter genre in a very long time. Comparing it to other games in this category, it almost looks and sounds like a cross between Escape from Tarkov and Ghost Recon. The developers at Madfinger Games have been very quiet on this game, which, due to the day before, has everybody a little skeptical. Thanks, motherfuckers. So, what do we know about Grey Zone Warfare at the moment? In a nutshell, it's a PvEVP, and there is a reason the E comes first, looter extraction shooter, but it's a lot more in depth than that, so let's break it down. I won't go into the backstory and lore too much, but there's a great video explaining that all, posted by Rilo. I'll put the link in the description. So basically, following a puzzling catastrophe on the island, the United Nations enforces a blockade prohibiting any nation from providing military or humanitarian support to avoid triggering global tensions. Private military companies, or PMC companies, operating with ambiguous intentions, establish bases on opposite ends of the affected zone. They deploy PMCs towards the disaster's epicenter, seeking control and aiming to uncover valuable secrets concealed within the intricate knowledge surrounding the explosion, or as they like to call it, the event. The lead developer of Madfinger Games has stated that it's not an extraction shooter. Although the game involves looting and extraction, it goes much deeper than that. Inspired by a Russian book called Roadside Picnic and the film Stalker, it's about explorers seeking unknown artifacts in a forbidden zone. This storyline shapes the game's core, going beyond just looting to build your stash and arsenal, and claims to have depth to the story. From the limited gameplay clips available, which is a little concerning, the day before, the graphics look amazing. Developed on Unreal Engine 5, the detail looks incredible. And for a breath of fresh air, it's not your usual Eastern European landscape. Grey Zone Warfare is set in Southeast Asia, and coming from someone who did their military survival training in Southeast Asia, they've fucking nailed it. Almost gave me flashbacks of building snares, fish traps, and eating monkeys and scorpions and whatever else we could catch. You will be able to play as one of 3 PMC characters, which we'll touch on when we go a bit deeper into the factions, or if you want to skip ahead, there's timestamps in the description. Infilling and exfilling, or extracting, will be done by little birds. We can see this in the latest trailer, which looks to be an exfil happening, and to be honest, it's a refreshing change from the usual countdown like Tarkov. Scattered around the edge of the map are landing zones, or extraction points as you will. You will infill at an LZ, carry out a task in the storyline, loot what you can and head back to the landing zone, call in the little bird, and wait for your exfil. Apparently there's no raid timer, which I find awesome, so you will be able to head around the island for as long as you want or get out as quick as you want without the old run-through penalty. On one of the main screens, it shows 3 of 6 traders, and like Tarkov, traders will give you the quests, which developers have brought in military advisors to create more depth and realistic missions. Additionally, progress from completing these quests will unlock more traders and equipment, so essentially the same as Tarkov. Here is the 3 traders they have shown so far. You can pause the video if you want to read about the background of these traders. Anton Jackson, Leia Hong, and James Miller. Okay, let's talk about the PMC factions. Each of the 3 factions will consist of 4 squads of 4, making up to 16 members per team and a total of 48 players on the map. Presently, the only difference among 3 PMCs will be where the bases are located. Although he has said these might alter later, at the moment all factions currently share equal access to traders, equipment, and missions. While PvP is available, they say it's not the primary focus and there will never be a quest that requires you to kill another PMC. The Madfinger Games team insists your PMC's journey should reflect who you are. So if your motto is more peace, love, and avoiding PvP, then they've got you covered. But let's be honest, it's the same as every other looter shooter out there. Trust no one. But hopefully VoIP's enabled and we can all scream the usual, "I'm just questing, please don't shoot," only to have them agree and shoot you in the back. As far as PvE goes, They've said that there'll be around 1,000 enemy on the map at any given server at a time, and these enemy will range from being in thongs, no, not G-strings, you Americans, flip-flops, all the way to fully armoured soldiers. And apparently, they will not just be a small obstacle on your way to slap other PMCs. They are intended to be very difficult and take strategy and skill to take them down, which is going to be difficult for a solo player to easily complete tasks. Not impossible, but difficult. Like Tarkov, they have said there will be no bullet sponges. Time to kill will be as realistic as possible, so keep that noggin down. So, again, like Tarkov, the health system will be broken down into segments like head, arms, legs, torso, etc. However, this is where things get really exciting. The body is further broken down into bones and organs in a 3D model. You can rotate around the body and look for the injury. This is where they really tap into the realism of projectiles in the human body. Like a real projectile, when it enters the body, it causes a cavity and damages organs and bones from the energy created by the velocity and the size of the projectile. You'll need to inspect your character's body, find the damage, and fix it. When injured, your character will suffer from effects like dizziness and weakness. If you lose too much blood, you'll fall into a coma, where another player will have 2 minutes to not only stop the bleeding, but administer blood products. Now, as a paramedic and ex-military, if that doesn't get your realism juices flowing, I don't know what will. So, when can we play the beta? Madfinger Games has set around spring 2024 for the first early access build to go live. There was no mention of who will have access to this first beta, which is pretty frustrating, because once again, like Tarkov, I still haven't got fucking access to Tarkov Arena. But all that aside, that's all we have for Grey Zone Warfare today. Needless to say, I'm pretty fucking hyped for this. Hopefully this video blows up so the devs invite me to a closed beta. So hit that like, share it around, and I'll see you in the Grey Zone. See what I did there, Grey Zone? Bye.